Welcome back to Rinoa Reviews, and welcome to day 6 of Street Fighter Week. I didn't get a PlayStation 3 until Super Street Fighter 4, so I never actually got to see this until recently. But to celebrate what heralded a second coming of sorts in fighting games, Street Fighter 4 had this movie here to boost hype. It looks like the animated scenes from the game's story, so this could be promising. So let's begin my review of Street Fighter 4, The Ties That Bind. We open with Monkey? And a huge circular wave of energy, MI6 on the scene, and they all have the red berets and camis singing that this might be the work of Shadaloo. Elsewhere, Chun-Li investigating along with an eyebrowless Guile scene here. Huge martial artists have been thought to have been abducted. It's apparently the work of the group, the Shadaloo Intelligence Network, or SIN for short, led by this game's final boss, Seth. He's thinking about, what do I need to finish my Bleach weapon? Another acronym for Boiling Liquid Expanding Cell Explosion. His scientist over his little laptop call mentions, maybe the power of the Satsui no Hado can be the final touch. Cut to Ryu thinking about Akuma. Title drop. Ken Master's in a fancy building. He shoos away a woman you might recognize, who introduces herself as Maya, trying to interview him. Wait. Wasn't there a Maya in that Legend of Chun-Li movie? Oh, no. She doesn't put on the suit or does anything of note with that, so... yeah, that's crazy. Anyway, the woman introduces herself as Maya, trying to interview him. She knows about him and Ryu. Ken laments to himself, he might be losing his warrior's instinct, getting all business now. Cammy and MI6 come under a crop circle? Actually, it might have been the device used to make those waves from earlier. They notice a lot of dead animals on the way. And also people abandoned in a shallow grave. Elsewhere, Ryu really trying to resist Akuma's taunts about the Satsui no Hado, dedicating that I must defeat Akuma without succumbing. He fears losing that battle with the Satsui, though. Eliza on her lonesome buying diapers, she gets quote-unquote interviewed by this Maya person. Next over some coffee. A doctor with news to Cammy about how the animals died. This Bleach weapon heats the moisture inside of the target's cells, causing them to expand and detonate. And now Eliza's back home. Guess the convo was off screen, but what's on screen and bugged is a little doll present Maya gave to Eliza. Maya's got her in. Some guy in a suit gets too close and Maya stun gloves him. Yup, this is Sea Viper. She demands him to contact her boss. A phone convo between her and Seth occurs. I distinctly recall ordering you to track Ryu, not Ken. But of course, she states, Ken's in the public eye, easier to track, and can make Ryu come to her if need be. And then her daughter is revealed. I think her name was Lauren? Chun-Li and browless Guile sees evil science shit with a martial artist strapped to a containment dealie. Announces his presence with a sonic boom! Cammy shows up too. Oh, hey. They now have knowledge of what Seth knows. Without harnessing the Satsui no Hado, the Bleach project will never come to completion. You think one of you military types would have, bugged Ryu's headband or something? Does he have more than one? You keep following him and keeps oh no, we can't find where he is. Because he's a wanderer. How many movies has it been now? You don't have tabs on the guy? It's Ken's headband originally. He's got to only have the one, so... might be super hard to bug a headband, though, I think of just the little device sticking out. And Ryu's like, the answer lies in the heart of... what the hell is this thing poking out at me? You bugged my headband? Thought you military guys were smart. But they are off to do what Maya has planned, get to Ken Masters. Eliza doesn't recognize her quieter, melancholy version of her husband and wonders what's going on and when she sees him back home. He hears the commotion. His bodyguards are all on the floor. Sakura? Yeah, she dropped all of them. Guess they figured her some weird fangirl stalker with her own headband. Instead of the serious competitor she's looking to become. She came looking for Ryu and thought Ken would know where he is. phone call from Chun-Li about the same thing. Damn, even Sakura knows more about the disappearing fighters than business only can at this point. Ryu at some dive getting info from a biker macho man. US karate champ got nabbed. Wife and kids got up and got out of Dodge. Ryu thinking, this might be Ken. Makes a call and now everyone's off to where Ryu is. Seems like a trap though. Oh, I was right about that. Because Crimson Viper meets Ryu first and attacks. Ryu shocked. Cammy shows up to make sure Ryu doesn't fight. Doesn't want his data or anything. But she's taken aback with the fact she can fly with her rocket boot high heels and electric fist, beating Cammy with the power of science. As Viper threatens to finish Cammy off unless he does something. Ooh, big mistake. She is no match for the now flash-stepping, practically, Ryu under the influence of Satsui no Hado. Barely making it out with her life, even. Seth has his data. Science dudes are just left for Ryu's wrath. Guns do nothing. It takes a pleading Sakura who arrives with Ken via car to snap him out of it. Ken gets Cammy to a hospital, and bliss is further explained by using the person's own life energy, even harnessing a fighter's ki to amplify it. I guess why use it to explode people when you can use it to make anyone a secret assassin? And then turn the makeshift Satsui no Hado on to augment them. And hey, if you still got things that go south, it's like, okay, they're gonna like interrogate or anything, I can just use the bliss to expand their cells and turn them into bombs. Seth is angry at Viper's failure. She piques his curiosity by saying, you should take on Ryu personally. Viper calls Ken to attend her little party and bring Ryu along, and she's got Eliza. But Ken says he'll go it alone. Ryu says he'll go. His plan is to keep his power under control so they know he can do it, or... This says something akin to that. Like, what was his plan? Keep his own power under control so they know he can do it. Why would you want them to know you can do it? That's just going to give him more information. Anyway, Chun and Sakura get all dolled up to sneak in, and that lasts about 5 seconds. Guards are too nosy, so they drop him. Ryu and Ken arrive via speedboat. They split up, so Ken meets with Viper to save Eliza. Ken can no-sell electricity? That, or it has to make direct contact. Either way, it's enough for her to back down and tell Ken where Eliza is. They have their tender moment before running off. Ken found renewed strength due to Eliza telling, as they're about to run away, like, will this much exertion harm the baby? Who's gonna be a dad? Ryu, godfather, as Ken could call him, meets with Seth himself and the Bliss Project, both trying to push Ryu to go Satsui no Hado. Seth takes everything Ryu throws at him, waxing about power like his defines and rules the world and its people. Really strong speech that defines why Seth is the final boss of this game. It even helps Ryu to understand what exactly he's looking for. The courage to fight evil. Ryu powers up, but not with the Satsui no Hado. Computers that were reading Ryu's data, they got nothing on this. Could this be the beginning of that, where Ryu starts and fully conquers the Satsui no Hado by Street Fighter V? Whatever it is, he boom Hadouken Seth straight through a wall on the other side of the theater they were fighting on. That's some DBZ level shit right there. Suited agents bust in to rescue a downed Seth, so he escapes via chopper with the Shadaloo symbol on it. They were thinking, how could Shadaloo survive, like Kyle, Chun, and Cammy, but this confirms it. Guess Seth wasn't in the know about Bison until now, but Vega with Balrog off screen tells him pretty much Shadaloo banked everything that is sin. An able sighting, while our more military-bound heroes know that Shadaloo's still powerful enough to cover all this up. Seth believes the other way around with his agent Viper, or at least that's what Seth thinks. Viper turns out to be a double agent. She's secretly working for the CIA, trying to take SIN down. Ryu says he'll continue to train to master this new power he used on Seth that drained him completely. And that was Street Fighter IV, The Ties That Bind. It does its intended purposes to bring hype to the game with some of its newer characters, 2 to be exact. Anyway, best character, Sea Viper just being a girl boss, I think she could have been a sub-boss if Capcom wanted to for Street Fighter 4. Like the person you fight before, like just before you fight Seth. But they did the rival battle thing from the Alpha games, which I thought was cooler. So, hey, more power to him for that. Also, Seth's speech worded and sounded cool enough for me to think, oh, that's why he's final boss now. Even telling the story that Bison's in recovery are working on behind the scenes for this one. Because the game went with the bring back the original 12 from Champion Edition and then 4 new characters. With Seth and Akuma and Gouken as bosses and extra bosses if you satisfy certain conditions. Home version added 6 more including Cammy and Sakura, who we also see. Seth doesn't even do any stolen moves yet to boot Ryu around either, unless floating in mid-air with a series of kicks counts. I guess he can fly too. He does have that really high somersault in the game. So yeah, give it up for Sea Viper and Seth. Like I said, the movie does its best to hype up some of the newer characters, and I'd say this movie does them justice. Worst character? If you're a fan of Cammy, this movie will disappoint. She gets owned rather early and shows up like one of her arms is bandaged up with Guile holding on as the Coast Guard. They're trying to stop Seth from leaving his little boat. Like, why was she here? She's still hurt. I can't even say she's worst in just bad, but more. She just got done dirty, ended up being kind of nothing other than first getting into that info from Chun-Li or Guile could have easily gotten themselves too. It's just disappointing. Powered down? Just how quickly the story just went with Viper's, hey Ken, bring Ryu, grabbed Eliza. All off screen. A scene with them would have been way better. How did they not have a scene together where she just like, I don't know if she would have like threatened the... Because I think she knew, because she's a mother too, and maybe the conversation like between the two, there could have been like a sort of a rapport there. Before he decides, hey, where are you taking me? It puts a blindfold on her or something like that. I don't know if like chloroform's harmful to the baby or not. But yeah, how'd that take place? I know it was easy due to Sakura dropping all Ken's guards. No recompense for that action, by the way. But this just struck me as that tired trope of early live action stuff where get your people to places without letting the story unfold beforehand. You are alright everywhere else, movie. Why rush this? You can't devote like a minute or two of the movie's runtime to explain? Yeah, it just left me with a feeling of like, I thought we evolved past this trope there, movie. Everything else you let tell and flesh out, but yeah, just that moment left me feeling a little bit of 94, 95 whiplash. We're like, huh? What the hell Oh, we just have this now? We're just going back to this now? But other than that, this movie's alright. Finally giving Ryu the chance to take his power past the Satsui no Hado's gotta be my power up moment. This isn't just Ryu not using the power to win, but finding a new power beyond Satsui no Hado to beat Seth. It is the building blocks for what we learned how Gouken survived, mostly, the effects of Akuma's Shungoku Satsu. The power of Mu, nothingness. Ryu gets a little more moot than just winning like in Alpha Animation. It's his next step forward, and it's just a really cool moment to see like Ryu actually, he can finally push past the Satsui no Hado and find a new power. So Sea Viper got some love for this one. Time to go Super Street Fighter 4 and give that title of Girl Boss to the newcomer for that game, Judy. What's that? It's only about a half hour, so it may all be about Jury. Either way, tomorrow the conclusion of Street Fighter Week with Super Street Fighter 4 Jury OVA. I think that's what it's called. Till next time, take care, and for tomorrow, she taunts more than Dan, but she chills with SIN.